it's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. Welcome back to my channel. Today we will be doing a scrapbook layout using some mixed media, some stamps. I am using this picture that you can see there of my youngest. And we are using the Simple Stories Lil Dude collection. So you just saw me take the middle out of that light blue. It's got like plus marks on it. Because we are doing mixed media today, that white paper has some gesso on it, and I just feel like, you know, the gesso kind of makes the edges turn or curl, so I like to kind of mat that with a different one. It kind of helps it lay flatter. So you can see I am using the stamp at the top in the middle, and I already had that set down on a stamp block there. I am using the archival ink in that orange, and one thing I should let you know is that I'm going to be transparent, and that's why I'm still uploading this video. The stamping did not work like I wanted it to. So you can see that that first time pressing down on that stamp with the archival ink didn't really show up on the paper at all. So I did it again. You can see me inking it up again with that archival ink, and that is the bright Tangelo color. So I tried to line it up as best I could the second time down, but when I pull it up, you can see it's still that middle part there, for whatever reason, didn't show up at all. The stamp is a little bit textured, so I don't know if that's why, but the ink pad should have been fairly new. I'm still new at using stamps and everything, so you know, all my supplies are fairly new there. And you see me using just a baby wipe to clean that off, and the archival ink actually stained the ink pad. So here I am using a gray archival ink to see if that one would work any better, and that is in the color Watering Can. So actually, I think the ink wasn't even showing up on the ink pad, so I decided to go over to my stash of Distress Oxides and try those instead. Like I said, during it I was getting quite frustrated because it was not working how I wanted it to. But as I was doing the layout, I kind of figured, you know what, I want to be transparent on my videos and, you know, maybe help somebody learn from maybe some of the mistakes I make or whatnot. And I just kind of wanted to go with it, keep going. So I used the Distress Oxides instead. That yellow color was the Fossilized Amber. And again, as you see, I had trouble with that middle part. So I don't know if I just wasn't pressing down hard enough in the middle or what. But now you see the Salty Ocean, and that stamp that I was using, it is supposed to like fill in the circles if you turn the stamping block a quarter of the way, you know, clockwise, I guess you could say, or you could do counterclockwise. But if, you know, it's supposed to kind of fill it in if you turn it a quarter of the way. So see, that blue worked a little bit better. Still in that middle section there, did not come out like I wanted it to. And you know, at this point I was actually pretty frustrated with it. So I decided, and I don't know if I'm going to do it here or not, but I decided, because they're the oxides and I had gesso on the paper, yeah, right here, I decided to spray it to kind of give it a more distressed look. Since it wasn't even, since it wasn't working like I wanted it to, I figured, you know what, might as well distress it even more. And so I used just some plain water to spray it and move it around a little bit. And then up top on the right hand side, I have those other circle stamps. So you see me using a smaller stamp block, and the circle stamps have different textures. There's polka dots, stripes, just different things. So I thought, you know, I could use those and kind of fill in the spaces. So again, I'm using the Fossilized Amber Distress Oxide and the Salty Ocean Distress Oxide. So you'll see me just kind of filling in with the different textures and different colors. It was kind of a lengthy process just because I had to, you know, clean them off and use the different stamps every time. I don't know that I really dried the paper off after spraying it, so the other circles that I'm doing are kind of mixing together kind of more like a watercolor as well. And then I pulled out the Hickory Smoke Distress Oxide to add a little bit more gray in it. I tried to go off the colors of the paper a little bit. That's why I did the light blue. I think my son was in a bounce house. I think that's where the picture was. To be quite honest, I have no idea. I don't even remember really taking the picture, but I wanted to, you know, pull in the blue, the yellow, there's some orange, and I just thought gray kind of muted it a little bit. So that's why I picked those colors. And again, you just see me doing most of the dots. And I guess I pulled out the green as well. So let me see. I think I'm using some green paper, so that must be why I pulled that out. That looks like it's the bundled sage paper. So just filling in all those empty spots that the original stamp left. So here you see me just taking off the excess. I think I'm ready to kind of lay down the pictures and whatnot. So this paper, that green paper there, the back side of it, see, I flip it up over to kind of show you. So they have all those circles. So what I did before the video, I actually had to borrow the right size punch, but it was a 1 3/8 size punch, I believe, and I just went around the edge and cut out all those circles. I knew that I was going to be using the circle stamps, so I just kind of wanted to incorporate circles kind of everywhere in that. So I kept the middle part of that paper so I could use the green, and just laid that towards the outside. I did overlap it on that border piece, and then use this nice orange color to, you know, put a stripe all the way around. And I'm kind of bummed because I flattened it, or so I thought, but it's actually really curved, and now that it's kind of dried, it's very curved, and I think there's some space in between, you know, the white paper with the gesso and the orange paper. So then I was ready to back the actual picture, and again I went and grabbed some gray just to kind of tie in that hickory smoke. And usually a lot of my layouts have more than one picture on them, but I feel like with the mixed media, all you really need is one photo on it. So that's what I chose to do. And then here you see me grabbing all those pre-punched circles, and I'm just gonna kind of lay them out all over the layout. And this was fun because I didn't really have a theme for the picture, so to speak. A lot of what I do too is definitely themed. You know, if we go to the zoo, then I definitely have the zoo pictures, or the zoo paper and the zoo stickers. So this one was fun. I got to do some of the embellishments, use some of the embellishments that, you know, have kind of been lingering, so to speak. And because, you know, he's in a bounce house and there's not really a theme to go on. So there on that 12 by 12 sticker sheet was the word play. So that is what I believe he's doing, if he indeed is in the bounce house. So I thought that was perfect, and you know, the colors kind of tied in with the oxides as well. So again, I'm using some of the puffy stickers, or the foam stickers to add some dimension to the layout as well on that yellowish orangish circle. And here you see me using the robot. So I don't know where else I would kind of use the robot, so that's why I decided I would kind of step out, use embellishments that I wouldn't normally use. And then, you know, the sticker there, the little man sticker. So I thought it was kind of cute. It says Play Little Man, kind of for my title. And I think that is like a slingshot there. So again, I wouldn't normally use that, so I wanted to kind of use up some of the collection because I do have quite a bit of it. As you can see there, you can see the 12 by 12 sticker sheet. This is it 6 by 12 maybe, the chipboard, and then I have all the, you know how Simple Stories has those small sticker sheets. So I have all of those too. And so some of the circles that I had punched out were actually on the outside were half circles. So I decided just to punch those, use those to kind of put behind, you know, the picture or whatnot, and just utilize as much as the paper as I could. So here you see me, I think, placing quite a few of the different circles there. Some of them I raised up with the foam stickers, some just I laid on the actual paper itself. And again, just kind of filling in the spots that were kind of left with the oops, I guess, on the stamps. And just, you know, overlaying different things. And then those are some phrases that are kind of for the little boys that came with the collection. Again, it's the Lil Dude collection by Simple Stories. So I'm just picking 3 of them there that I thought kind of went with the layout. And if I can find the layout real quick, because it's not close up, I will tell you what they are. So let's see. They say, "Run wild, my child, in his own world and no limits." And if any of you are mother of boys, you know that really the boys have no limits. It is amazing at what they think they can do and what they actually do accomplish. So I definitely enjoy being a mother of 2 boys, although it's pretty stressful at times and tiring. But so here you see me, I realized that bottom under the strip of the orange paper was pretty plain, so I decided to do some of the stamps down at the bottom as well and use the different designs of the stamp circles. So again, there's polka dots, plus signs, some stripes, just different designs, just again to fill in the space down below. And so yeah, just cleaning off in between every time with just a baby wipe. I know there's different things that you can use, but having 2 boys, I have excess baby wipes all over the place. So again, just filling in all around. And I just want to, while I'm just filling in, just thank everyone for all the support on the channel. I appreciate all the subscribes and all the likes and comments that I've gotten on all my past videos. And if you haven't subscribed yet, if you want to do so, that would be awesome. And then if you push the bell button next to the subscribe, you will get notifications of when I upload my next video. So right there you see, just drying it off with toilet paper this time, just something I had around. So I think that's pretty close to the end. Just filling in some more circles. So if you have punches, it's definitely convenient to, use the punches with the different circle shapes, etc. It just made it so much easier rather than having to fussy cut everything. So now I'm kind of just filling in the spaces. There's that arrow there. Just kind of going through what I have left and whatnot and seeing what I could add to it. And again, there's another robot up top that was on that circle paper. So I think that might be it. I think I add a couple more stars, etc. But there will be some close-ups at the end that you can see. Some more, you know, of the enamel dots or the puffy stickers, the hearts, the stars. Added some of those around. And now that I'm looking at the layout in front of me, some of them have actually fallen off. But here are some of the close-ups. You can see the finished product. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time. Thanks.